Ladies and gentlemen, it's your XWF champion here, Chaos, and Mrs. Chaos right here. And we are here live for your WWE Raw Superstar Shakeup review on this Monday, April 10th, 2017.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about why I'm so damn thirsty.
Why not? Maybe it's just a habit.
Right. So Romeo Miller has some rap snacks, actually. Anyway, so we start on Monday Night Raw with John Cena and Nikki Bella coming out. Oh wait, my bad. The acting was so good, I actually thought it was done for a minute. It was The Miz and Maurice doing their whole shtick again. By the way, The Miz and Maurice are now on Monday Night Raw. By one viewer who actually watched our shit for like 2.4 seconds, even though you left, I still get paid, you bastard. Why the fuck do these raps not? Oh, okay.
What are they, actually?
Romeo Miller's barbecuing with my honey barbecue flavored potato chips.
Do they taste any different than regular honey barbecue flavors? Is this gonna turn into like a food review?
No, maybe. Rap snacks are bomb.
More sweet and less salty, but nonetheless, the same. Don't look at me like that.
How dare you disrespect the rap snacks?
I've never seen those. Only in the Bronx.
We had to wait to get these.
So who got them first?
Atlanta. The Migos with the Dabba Ranch. That's where the whole song Dabba Ranch came from.
Wow.
Because they're sponsored by Rap Snacks. Then Brooklyn got them. Then Manhattan, or Harlem, then the Bronx.
I've never seen.
No, Harlem, then Highbridge, then the Bronx.
Wow. Shade. Well, continue.
Then, during the Miz and Maurice's whole shtick, Dean Ambrose came out. Which, I'm going to ask this question. So, there's now only one championship on SmackDown. But then, I'm going to switch that around. Because I could also ask if Kevin Owens is going to end up going to SmackDown. Which, I would at first say no. But then, another person coming to Raw ends up changing my perspective on that. And I'll get to that a little bit later. Sami Zayn comes and talks to Kurt Angle. Oh, by the way, Dean Ambrose comes out and he dirty deeds The Miz. And stands tall, whatever, to show like, yeah, I'm here, I'm loopy, bullshit, blah, blah, blah. Sami Zayn goes to talk to Kurt Angle. Then The Miz comes and talks about how he was disrespected. That sets up a match between them two. Dean Ambrose is going to end up facing Kevin Owens later that night for the main event. We also had Jinder Mahal face Finn Balor. Honestly, I'm going to talk about this shake-up thing. In my perspective, I feel like it's just a waste, really, because a whole lot of SmackDown talent just got transferred over to Raw, and they could have just did that in July for the draft instead of just trying to boost ratings by basically doing a draft. I mean, it came off as interesting, but like at the end of the day, it's not. It's after a while, otherwise, really didn't give a shit. I mean, it wasn't even properly structured. Like I said I was going to talk about a little bit later. But Bray Wyatt, he's coming to Raw. but he still has to face Randy Orton. So for the next 3 weeks, is he going to be on SmackDown, or is he going to be on Raw talking about SmackDown? How's that going to work? It's poorly structured. They should have just left him on SmackDown, or they should have ended the feud earlier. But since he is scheduled to appear on Raw, I guess I'll leave space open to see if Kevin Owens is going to appear on SmackDown and still continue his feud with Chris Jericho on Raw. But then it's just all complicated. And then if that's not the case, then there's only one champion on SmackDown, which is bad. Well, aside from the women's and tag team, there's only one single champion on SmackDown technically right now, as of this very moment. And I just dropped part of my rap snatch. I'm not happy. Nia Jax beat Charlotte, which basically makes me think that Charlotte is going to SmackDown. Half of the rumor has already been confirmed with Alexa Bliss coming to Raw. So it might be possible that Charlotte's going to end up going to SmackDown. Mickie James came to Raw as well in a segment with Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Alexa Bliss. And right as she was about to walk in the ring, she gets blasted by Nia Jax. Speaking of Samoans getting blasted or blasting, no pun intended. Well, pun intended. Roman Reigns got sparked the fuck out by Braun Strowman during an interview. Then he got put on a stretcher. Braun Strowman came back, pushed the stretcher off of a ramp. That stretcher then got picked back up and put in the ambulance, of which Braun Strowman went in and punched the shit out of Roman Reigns, which I'll get to after I finish explaining. And then he gets out the ambulance and flipped over the ambulance. Now, the reason I said Roman Reigns, you don't see this motherfucker's face at all. At all. It's kind of reminiscent of when they had The Rock in that casket, supposedly. And they beat it with a sledgehammer, repeatedly dented it and all that. And then they opened it and said, "Oh my God." Now, if somebody was inside of a casket and it was beat repeatedly with a sledgehammer to the point of dents being in the casket, what do you think would happen to them?
They would get injured, obviously.
No, like, okay. Say you're lying in a casket, right?
Yeah.
And I take a sledgehammer and just bash right where your head is supposed to be at.
Yeah. I would die.
Okay. The Rock was there next week. Uninjured. Right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, what does that mean?
It obviously means it was
nobody in the casket.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, all this shit's happening with Roman Reigns in the stretcher and all that, and you see the feet, you see the little outfit, uniform, but you don't see his face, right? Now, even a stunt double, if a stunt double's getting punched in the face, right? Aren't they gonna move?
Yeah.
When Braun Strowman was punching the shit out of this motherfucker in the ambulance, was there any movement?
No.
Shit was stiff as fuck. If I punch this bed right here, that shit's gonna move.
Yeah.
That was a fucking mannequin. Speaking of mannequins, who the fuck signed off on a Kofi Kingston blow-up doll? Who the fuck signed off on a Kofi Kingston blow-up doll? As if the New Day don't have enough sexual issues going on. I mean, with Xavier Woods fucking people on camera and shit. I guess we know what the up, up, and up, up, down, down stands for. But the New Day went up against the Revival and got squashed again. You know. So I guess the New Day's whole shtick is to put over new talent now. That's their new thing. I mean, that's pretty cool, but they deserve better than that. I mean, it's about time they break up now. They've been fucking tag teaming for what? 4 years now? 3-4 years? They're 2-time champions. Their second reign was for 484 days or some shit like that. Somewhere around those lines. That's a year and a half alone, right? Just about a year and a half or a year and a quarter. Year and 3/4. Somewhere around that. They were tag team champions before that for, 6 months. Then you got counting the time now because they lost the titles. You got to count in the time when they first started out. They've been tag teaming for about 4 fucking years now. Yeah, like 2013 was when the New Day came out. More or less 2013. Yeah. They've been tag teaming for almost 4 fucking years. And this is in the Attitude Era where teams like the APA can last for a while. And even if you look at it, the APA didn't really last that long. I mean, it lasted from,
True.
Yeah. They lasted a while, but like I said, this is an Attitude Era where they could thrive. Even Rikishi and Too Cool, they didn't last that long, but then also you had more talent back then where you could have Grandmaster Sexay and fucking Scotty 2 Hotty and shit appear once every other month and still be a tag team and still have that nostalgia factor. We got 6 tag teams on Raw and 5 on SmackDown. Oh yeah, Heath Slater and Rhino are coming to Raw as well. And Apollo Crews to get even further buried. And Kalisto. Why? Nobody really gives a fuck about Kalisto. And there was also a 8-man tag with Cesaro and Sheamus and the Hardy Boys, of which I'm still not sure what Matt Hardy's whole gimmick is. Is he gonna stay as Broken Matt Hardy, even though his Twitter said that his condition is fixed, or is he gonna? What is he gonna do? I don't know, because he still does the whole hand thing, so has that whole goofy look about him, but then he does the whole version 1 thing. So we'll see when they do a full-on promo. I guess we'll see what happens. But they get the win with a Swanton Bomb against the Shining Stars in the Club. Now, there was a rumor that AJ Styles was coming to Monday Night Raw and Roman Reigns was going to be switched to SmackDown. Obviously, that didn't happen. So, speaking of which, Seth Rollins is staying on Raw as well, which means Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose, the Shield, are back on the same roster right now. Although, now they're in paths that are so different from each other that it's kind of okay. Because, their paths won't really have any particular way of crossing. Oh yeah, cruiserweight match between Austin Aries and T.J. Perkins after a segment with T.J. Perkins telling Neville that he could beat him for the championship. And Austin Aries is basically the number 1 contender for that after losing at WrestleMania, but winning a fatal 4-way number 1 contenders tournament match on 205 Live, which nobody really watches. Austin Aries used to win. I believe they might give Austin Aries the title finally. Well, not finally, because there's only been 1 match that he lost, actually. But maybe they'll give him the title now because they made Neville look credible enough. Now they basically got the equivalent of two Brian Kendricks, but like one is less old and decrepit. Um, let's see, am I missing anything else? Doesn't seem like I'm missing anything else actually. Oh yeah, Kurt Hawkins is back on Raw. He got the shit knocked out of him by the Big Show. Um, something else.
That's on last entry.
Huh?
His long ass entry.
Oh yeah. Huh?
His long ass entry that you were telling me.
Oh, Finn Balor's long ass intro.
Yeah.
Oh god, we're not gonna talk about that shit. Me talking about it might be almost as long as the intro. Finn Balor, yeah. I don't know. He seems a little weird. That promo, he's like, "Oh, that it's hard to get the fans behind you, so I'm gonna force them to get behind me." I mean, we like him, so it's okay, I guess. What else? I remember something. Oh, back with Seth Rollins. He's gonna be set up with Samoa Joe for a match at what is that called? Payback or Backlash? Yeah, Backlash SmackDown one. So I guess Payback, since they're not doing Roadblock again, obviously. They're gonna be set up for a match, obviously, for that. I feel like there's gonna be an ambulance match for Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman. I feel like there's something else I am missing news wise. But no, I believe that's it, actually. Let me think. Yeah, we covered all the men's matches, we covered all the women's matches. It's only one or two.
Don't mind him, guys. He's losing his memory. So.
I am, actually, which is bad.
Yeah.
I'm losing my fucking memory. Like, literally, I'm losing my memory. It's bad. And I was actually sick, like I told you guys from my SmackDown review. I was sparked knocked the fuck out. But, no, that is it.
Yeah.
Pretty much it.
Why don't we just
Oh gosh. I'm making sure I don't forget nothing. We covered the Miz. Covered. Then we covered Gender. Gender still looks like he's on fucking steroids, no matter what he says. What else? Oh yeah, people talking about Mauro Ronaldo. This is wrestling news. How JBL was bullying him, and that's why he left. I mean, I wouldn't have left a paycheck due to bullying, but since he has bipolar and depression, it's understandable. That's why I really got to say on that. And, yeah. I'll see you guys for a SmackDown review.
Bye.
Suck my dick.